It's 2025 and you still letting people get under your skin. Come on now. Did I not teach you well? I've been unbothered for a very, very long periodical time. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to stay unbothered. My name is Shine International. I make videos about self-development. My favorite hobby is becoming better. I make content for the like-minded girlies who love to live intentionally and continuously level up their life. Jumping right in, the number one thing that helps me stay unbothered is minding my business and staying out of drama. They work hand in hand. First of all, you're not going to be bothered if you're not in no mess. Let's say a coworker come up to you or a classmate, whatever, and they be like, oh, did you hear what such and such said? Don't entertain it. If they're telling you what such and such said about you, what do you think they said? Come on now. Come on. Exactly. Something has been said. When I used to be in drama, I used to stay bothered. It used to get me out my body. I used to be ready to fight. I used to argue online. I used to argue in person. It was just so much. If somebody tells me something that's been said about me, the old me used to be like, nah, I'm confronting that person. They're gonna say whatever they're gonna say. I'm gonna say whatever I'm gonna say. I'm bothered as hell. Then next thing you know, we both bothered. If you go low, I would take you to hell. I would literally drag you to hell. Like, I was just so feisty, so fighty. Like, no, that's not ladylike, and that is not the definition of being unbothered. Stay out the mix, stay out of drama. I don't know, life is just so much more peaceful, so much more happier, so much more at ease when you mind your business. Drink your water, drink your matcha, and mind your business. I don't even be knowing what's going on in people's lives. And I get it. Like, a little drama, you know, is entertaining. But I prefer to watch like drama on TikTok or YouTube when I watch people's story times. That's how I get my little fix of drama these days. It just helps me stay unbothered. I'm not in no mess, so I really don't care. And if you're in mess, I still don't care. Next thing, stop checking their socials. Ex-friends, ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, ex-enemies, ex-whatever. Anybody who's not in your life anymore, stop checking on them. They living their life. You gonna see them living their life. Is that really beneficial for you? I feel like it's counterproductive. I feel like you need to just focus on living your life. If they're watching you, let them watch you, but you're not watching them. So you don't know what they got going on. You have no clue. You don't care, period. We in 2025, the opportunities are endless. You're gonna make new friends. You're gonna get you a new mate. And you're gonna thrive. Like, so a lot of people, they still be checking on you, and then they throw little subliminals and stuff, and it might bother you if you're checking their page. But if you're not checking on them, you will never know. It will never get back to you. You stay unbothered. The math is mathing, okay? Stop checking on them people. For real. In my younger years, when I used to check on my exes, I used to get tight, especially if the breakup was like really new and fresh. It used to bother me. Now, anybody who's not in my life, I do not check up on them. It's none of my business. I mind my business. I drink my water. I meal prep. That's my business. You see how the first one goes hand in hand? Yeah. Yes. Which brings me into my next point. Focus on you. Touch your nose. Focus on yourself. Honestly, you should be trying to get better. My favorite hobby is bettering myself. I want to look better. I want to feel better. Just like I said in my last point, if you feel the need to check up on people or mind people's business, you need to look in the mirror. It's not funny. And focus on your business. Focus on what's in front of you. I promise you, like, that has really kept me grounded and really kept me unbothered this whole time. I focus on myself. Every day I'm thinking of new ways, like, how can I do this better? How can I look better? How can I feel better? Like, that's what I focus on. And it's so peaceful. Being unbothered is a state of peace. I'm telling you. Listen, I might tell a joke, but I do not tell lies, okay? Focusing on yourself, you're not gonna have time. You're not gonna have time to be wondering what they doing, who they doing, and all of that and all of that. Listen, I taught y'all this before. Don't act like I never put y'all on. Stop comparing yourself. You compare yourself to the next person. You don't know what their struggles, you don't know what they've been through, but you're looking at your life and you're looking at the next person's life and putting them side to side and trying to figure out why you're not there. Sis, do you want to be unbothered or not? First of all, you better love yours. I don't care how my life is looking. I wouldn't want to be nobody else. I'm happy with myself. You need to be happy with yourself. But first, the best way to be happy with yourself is to focus on yourself and stop comparing yourself to other people. Take a shot for every time I said yourself. For real. It's not even about comparing yourself to other people you may know. Stop comparing yourself to these people that you see on the internet. You don't know how their life is behind closed doors. You don't know how they living. 9 times out of 10, people are showing you the highlights of their life. If you were to see everything in a whole as a whole, I promise you that you would not be comparing. You'd be like, you know what? Maybe my life is not that bad. We tend to compare ourselves to girls that are prettier, girls that have the body that we want, girls that have the career that we want. You can have it too. And I'm going to actually make a video on that, because whatever they have, you can have. That's going to bring me into my next point. Don't be a hater, okay? You see someone doing good, you should look at it as if it's in close proximity to you. Like, oh, they could do it, so I could do it too. Period. Like, don't let it bother you that someone's doing well or someone's doing quote unquote better than you. Like I said, people show what they want the world to see. Literally, the internet can be a facade. Stay woke. Use that as motivation to put fire up under your ass so you could do the work. Every time you hate on somebody, you count yourself out. We're not doing that. Which brings me on to my next point, girl. The only way to figure out the triggers of what bothers you is to sit with yourself, get to know yourself, and learn what bothers you. We have emotions, we have feelings, and sometimes even when we try our hardest to be unbothered, sometimes those feelings come up. But that's when you take the time and you think about what's making me feel this way. You got to ask yourself these questions. Why do I feel bothered by this? What is it that makes me feel bothered by this? And you keep asking yourself questions until you get down to the root of it. Let's say you're on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram and you follow this one account, and it's this girl and she's living her best life. She seems like she has the perfect relationship, the perfect friends, the perfect this, the perfect that. And every time you see her on your timeline, your face turns up and you just be like, ugh. Anytime she makes a video, you'll watch the video, you'll leave a negative comment or having negative things to say in your head, trying to downplay her. I finished my video and I didn't even hit record. I'm tight. Get down to what's really bothering you. Get down to the root of it and you'll realize why this person bothers you so much. Why are you even following them? Once you get to the root of the issue, 9 times out of 10, it's coming from inside. You don't like this girl that you're following on your timeline because you're unhappy with your life. You've been single for X amount of years and she just has the perfect partner. Sis, that has nothing to do with her. That's something that we need to work on the inside, okay? I'm gonna hold your hand. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. You need to focus on yourself. No shade at all. But once you get to the root of that issue, now it's time to eliminate the things that bother you. If you gotta block, unfollow her, mute her, whatever you gotta do, get her off your timeline until you work and you heal what's going on inside. Now that you know the root of the issue, fix it. She got the dream job that you want. Work little by little to pivot to the career that you want. They're doing something that you know how to do better than you. Step your game up. It's literally girl math at this point. Which brings me into my next point. Elevate your life. Anything that you want in life, you're able to do. Anything that you want to obtain, you're able to get. I rebranded myself 30 times. I changed my life like 30 times. And I'm going to keep saying that because I feel like I have the expertise on this topic. Literally. If you're not happy with your life, get up and change it. If you want to pivot to a new career, do that. If you want to change your look, do that. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let them tell you how they feel. Don't let them discourage you. Don't let them make you feel a type of way because you're changing. No. Once I started to like step my life up and level my life up, a lot of the things was small fish. What was I tripping about? Like the saying goes, new levels. What? New levels, new devils. The old stuff that you used to be tripping about is not going to compare to the things that are on their way when you elevate your life. But because you know and you're listening to my tips, you're going to be prepared and it's not going to be able to move you. Let it slide off your body, period. I'm definitely going to be making videos about that because that is just like one of my favorite things to do. Elevate. My honorable mention: stop taking things personal. Stop taking people's opinions personal. Stop taking things people say personal. If somebody say they don't like your hair, somebody say they don't like your nails, how you dress, if they were to say that they don't like you, that is not going to make you less of who you are. That is not going to diminish your value. That is not how they feel about you, has nothing to do with you. That is very, 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 very important. And that's why I'm saying it again. Stop taking things personal, because another thing, you never know what somebody might be going through. So don't jump to conclusions and, oh, they're ignoring my text, so they have a problem with me. I like to approach situations like this from the heart space, because you never know what people might be going through. And I know, like, when I get distant or when I act funny, it has nothing to do with the other person and everything to do with myself. I'm not in a good space. I'm having a bad day. I'm going through something. So I like to like put myself in other people's shoes. I don't like to assume that it's a problem. So you can reach out to them and be like, hey, I just hope you're okay. Or, you know, just send them some love, because people be needing it. Like, you put yourself at the center of somebody else's life. And let me tell you, we all have our own lives, own families, own friends, like outside of you. So for you to just sit and think that they're acting funny with you is just kind of selfish. So send them love. And sometimes you really do be on point. I don't know, it just shows character. And it is what it is. If they plan on you, they're lost. Anyways, y'all, what are some tips that you do to stay unbothered? If you're still struggling after watching this video, put that in the comments too, because I would really like to know who is getting under your skin and why. What's going on? Thank you for watching my video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell thing to get notified every time your girl drops some new heat. Mwah.